What's up, my cochinos and cochinas? I'd like to welcome you back to another video. Today we're doing something totally different. We're not doing a mukbang. That's right, we're not doing a mukbang. The fat boy ain't eating, all right? What are we doing today, huh? What's Gordo doing? Well, I'm here to talk about some current events. Now, you might be wondering, I don't know who either of these people are that you're talking about today, so why should I watch this video? Well, you should watch the video because it's going to be entertaining. Because you're probably going to hear me talk some shit, and you're probably going to gain some education. That's right. The homie has some education that he's going to spill on all of you, all right? Pause. Let's go ahead and get this started. All right. So I keep up with a few different YouTube channels, right? A few different mukbangers, right? One of them is Foodie Beauty, all right? I'm not sure if you know who she is, but she's been around just as long, if not longer than I have. It's 2017 with her channel, all right? Back then, she only had like a couple thousand subscribers, and you know what I mean? Now she's at almost like 80,000, all right? All right, so Foodie Beauty. She is a cool individual. She makes mukbang videos, but she does get a lot of criticism just because she so happens to be overweight, all right? I'm overweight as well, but I don't get a whole lot of hate comments, maybe because I'm not big enough to you guys. I don't know. Really don't know. But either way, I'm sure there's some people out there that are going to be watching this because I put the full Swole Normos' name in the video who are going to be like, oh, no, you're plenty overweight. All right, well, I get it. All right, cool. So anyways, so she makes a video saying that she wanted to quit eating fast food and shit, right? Which is like, all right, well, that's cool. You know what I mean? To each their own. She wants to take back her health, and that's her way of taking back her health by not eating fast food because that's where her struggle is. So I'm like, cool, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? I support anybody who wants to do whatever. If you're making a living off doing mukbangs, you can still do it without eating fast food. You know, you can make good food at home, and if you already have a following, most likely people are still going to follow you, all right? You may not get as many subscribers as you did before, but then again, maybe you will, you know what I mean? Maybe you'll have like a weight loss journey on your channel along with your mukbangs, and you'll gain a lot of fan base from that too. So I don't know, you know, I don't have all the answers. Do I look like I do? I don't, all right? So anyway, so she makes that video. It's called Fast Food Funeral. If you guys want to check it out, I'll link it in the description below. So she's pretty much eating all the fast food that she wants to eat before she goes onto her new way of living and new way of eating, all right? By the way, I got a large soda for this occasion, all right? This is diet soda, though, all right? So some of you guys are going to be like, what? Diet soda? That's worse than regular soda. Well, you know what? All right. Think what you want. I'm going to continue to drink it. All right, so she does the fast food funeral. She eats all this fast food, and then the video goes out. Somebody sends it to this dude named Swole Normos, all right? That's a pretty brilliant name. I can appreciate it. It's kind of funny. And believe it or not, I've actually watched this dude's videos in the past when I was a little bit more focused on nutrition and shit like that. I came across his channel, and I thought he was pretty fucking funny. You know, he's a funny vato, whatever. I was like, he has good content, but I didn't follow him regularly, all right? So just so happened that I came across a video. Actually, I think it was Chantel that said, and Chantel's also Foodie Beauty, that's her real name. She said something about him offering her help to, you know, change her life or something. So I'm like, oh, really? Let me go watch this fool's video. So he's pretty much, you know, saying that he's gonna offer her help. He's talking a little shit as well. And what I mean is, he's like, you know, saying that, yes, you need to get your fucking life together kind of shit. You know, whatever. He's kind of, you know, straight to the point. I get it, all right? So she decides not to accept his help after all because she found out that his community and his way of doing things is a little too restrictive, all right? And then he comes back and says, wow, you didn't even give it a chance. And of course you got to be restrictive when you eat like shit. Okay, so that's the summary. Let me go ahead and give my opinion on all this shit, all right? Not that you care, but you're here, all right? First, I'm going to talk to Swole Normos, and then I'm going to talk to Foodie Beauty. And all you guys, I want you to listen, because some of you may or may not benefit from this. You might be like, what's this fat dude going to tell me about losing weight that I don't already know? Well, I got a little story on my own. First of all, I used to be 425 pounds, all right? You might be looking like, you look like you still are, homie. Well, no, I'm around 350 pounds, all right? We'll just say that. So I used to be 425 pounds. I got all the way to 250 pounds, all right? All the way 250 pounds, kind of on my own, you know what I mean, with the things that I had learned along the way, and I'll tell you how I did that. Of course, I gained 75 pounds back, but not all the weight. But that's life, you know what I mean? All right, so Swolenormous. Not sure what your real name is. Charles, I'm just going to guess, right? You look like a Charles. You don't understand what it's like to be a heavier person, all right? I'm not taking shots at you, but you don't understand the mentality that comes with it. You understand it from a standpoint, but not living it, all right? You can't come up to somebody who is eating junk food multiple times every day and does it for a living and tell them, all right, we're going to do an elimination diet. You can only eat broccoli and chicken. It's not going to fucking work. It's never going to be sustainable. When it comes to weight loss, this is my opinion, also the opinion of thermodynamics and the opinion of science, that it's all about calories in and calories out. Therefore, if you want to eat junk food every fucking day, I'm not saying it's healthy, but listen to me for a minute, all right? It's a lot healthier than being fat if you can count your calories and lose weight doing it that way, but still eat what you want. Back when I was 425 pounds, right? I was like, you know what? I need to get fucking gastric bypass surgery, you know what I mean? I need to get my fucking stomach cut off and shit, right? So I go to the doctor, and the doctor's like, hell nah. I'm not gonna fucking approve you of weight loss surgery. You're gonna get malnourished, all this other bullshit. I need to focus on your health. And I'm like, motherfucker, this is gonna improve my health. And I got fucking pissed. I walked out of that office and I was like, fuck this fool, man. He didn't want to sign off on my weight loss surgery. But what that did was open my fucking eyes, right? It opened my eyes to be like, you know what? I'm like 32 years old, however old I was, 34 years old. And I can't change my life any other way than doing it myself. I realized that weight loss surgery was the end of my road. I had nowhere else to go. And I had to realize that. I had a revelation. And I'm like, well, I want to fucking live. I don't want to die by the time I'm 40 being 400 pounds. So what I did was what everybody should do when you want to lose weight. I figured out what would work for me. All right? I figured out what would work for me. And I think, Swolenormous, Charles, what your problem is that you don't do one-on-ones, you said. You don't do one-on-one consultations and different shit like that. You have a generalized, plan for everybody. And everybody's so individual. You know what I mean? Like, everybody does things differently. Shit, my lady, she does well on keto. I never would. You know what I mean? It's still calories in, calories out, and she believes that as well. But she does better on higher fats and shit like that. But does that mean that keto's the answer for everybody? Fuck no. All right, so anyways. I came to realization that for myself, like Chantel, I was a fast food addict. And I love food. So with that said, the fact that I love food and I love all types of food, why the fuck would I go on a keto diet or a low carb diet or a vegetarian diet when I love all food? That means I need to find a diet that encompasses all foods and still be able to lose weight at the same time. It's called having your cake and eating it too, which you can fucking do if you count your fucking calories, all right? So I realized that. I was like, I'd done every diet under the moon at that point. I'd done Atkins, I had done Weight Watchers, I'd done Jenny Craig, I've done your mom, trying to lose weight doing that, everything. But nothing made fucking sense other than just watch how many calories you eat. You know what I mean? Be cognizant of what's coming into your body, the amount of food that's coming into your body. And then make small changes after that. So you go up in MyFitnessPal, right? You go up in that bitch, you download it, and you're like, okay, cool. I could eat 3,000 calories a day, all right? You might say that's a lot, but that's pretty much around where I started at, all right? I could eat 3,000 calories a day. Do I want to eat 4 slices of pizza for breakfast, 4 slices of pizza for lunch, and 4 slices of pizza for dinner? I don't even know if I could have eaten that much. I think I could only eat 8 slices. It's probably 3,000 calories. But anyways, what I'm getting at is if you're cognizant of your calories, then you'll make better decisions, all right? You can't just go from smoking crack to drinking fucking smoothies like that, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta, and I know people like to make that fucking analogy of, if you're a heroin addict, you're not gonna tell somebody just smoke a little less heroin. I mean, not when it comes to fucking hardcore drugs like that. Yeah, if you want to compare food and cravings for food with drugs, then get the fuck out the video, you know what I mean? Like, I don't agree with that shit. And this is coming from somebody, like I said, who struggled with food my whole life. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, you don't got to figure it out. You ain't swole. You're not fit. Hey, bro, look, I'm talking about science. If you don't believe in science, then you don't believe in yourself, all right? So let me continue. If you keep track of your calories, you're going to realize that it's best to pick healthier foods than it is to pick unhealthier foods. And I'm not even saying that I believe certain foods are healthier than others, because I think it's all about macronutrients and the amount that you have. It's all about micronutrients, you know, fibers and electrolytes and different shit, all right? So as long as you're keeping track of your calories, you're going to be cognizant of what you're eating. You're going to realize that if you have 500 calories left for the day, you could eat 1 slice of pizza, or you could eat 2 pieces of breast chicken, a cup of rice, and like a nice salad, all for the same amount. Which one are you going to choose? It's really what you want. Are you in the mood for that fucking pizza? If you don't eat that pizza, are you going to feel like you're restricting? That's what I'm talking about. Small steps. So Swolenormous, look, I'm not even trying to come at you harshly. I'm fucking around by calling you Charles. That might be your name. I don't know. You do look like a Charles. I'm going to say that. But please, you got to understand that when you're talking to somebody like myself or like Chantel, it's going to be a lot harder because there's a lot more habits to break, all right? And if you want more people to be successful in your program and more people, if you want to reach a wider range of people, right? Not just wider people, but a wider range of people, you're going to have to realize that everybody does things differently. Some people are going to thrive better on a higher carb diet, even if they're fat. Not everybody that's heavy has to eat less carbs. You're going to have to realize that. And it worked for myself. I ended up losing 170 motherfucking pounds. And the same thing with exercise. So you're irritated because she's saying that she hates yoga and she hates, biking and she hates running. Well, fuck, man. She has a lot of weight on her body. She probably doesn't even like walking upstairs, bro. I barely do. And I'm sure you don't even like walking upstairs. So what I'm getting at is you got to start somewhere. I started off walking 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes a day turned into an hour a day, turned into a fucking 5x5 workout. Bench press, squats, deadlifts, bent over rows, all that shit, skull crushers. I went from 10 minutes a day to that. Why did I stop? Well, you know what I mean? We're not all perfect. If we all stuck to, everything and never quit anything, then our world would be a lot better off, whatever. So what I'm getting at is, please just be more open-minded, be less critical of people who don't have the discipline that you do, at least at the beginning, you know what I mean? For me, I've been struggling to lose weight again, you know what I mean? Because it's fucking hard. I love eating too. And for me, I have to scale it back. I had to start and say, you know what? I can't just jump in this cold ass pool and say that I'm going to lose 2 pounds a week off bat. You know what? I had to start and say, you know what? Let me just start with not overeating. You know what I mean? Let me start 2 weeks by just not overeating. Let me just stick to a calorie limit for 2 weeks. After those 2 weeks, then I'll scale it back to losing ½ pound a week and eat a little bit less calories and a little bit less until I get down to my 2 pound a week goal. You know what I mean? It's about scaling back. So I think you went a little harsh on her. I do appreciate the fact that someone like you would reach out to someone like her. But I also think that you're very critical of people like us who make mukbang videos. You are very critical with the fact that we eat food and you think it's nobody's talented who does this kind of thing. I can agree with you to a certain extent. Now, let me just say this. I'm very different, you know what I mean? My channel is very different. I think I have a lot more to offer than just eating fucking food. Not everybody has that, and I can definitely get it. But at the same time, just because a lot of these people don't want to be fit. They don't want to be healthy, you know what I mean? And a lot of them probably are, There's someone here that probably do fucking eat healthy outside of YouTube, you know what I mean? We can't judge that. So, Swolenormous, I think you were cool for saying that, you wanted to help her out. I just think that you don't have the right program for people like us. Maybe someone who needs to lose 50 pounds or less, but people like us who need to lose almost 200 pounds, 300 pounds, shit like that, it needs to be another approach, a little bit different of an approach. And the approach needs to be focused on calories in, calories out, eat whatever the fuck you want, and try to make small changes. When I started making small changes at the beginning, this is what I did. I said, you know what? I want a fucking Western bacon cheeseburger from Carl's Jr., but I want to save some calories. So I'm going to get it without the fucking cheese, all right? And I'm going to use my own bun. I have a 100-calorie bun. I'm going to use that instead of using their 200-calorie bun. Shit like that. It makes a world of difference, you know what I mean? I want a carne asada burrito, but instead of getting the rice and beans, I'll just get the meat, you know what I mean? The meat in the burrito, or the tortilla. There's ways to do it. You could be successful by eating fucking fast food. And you might be mad because I'm promoting that shit, but hey, you can do it. There's people out there that need to do it. This is all we eat. You know what I mean? Like all day, every day, we eat a majority of fast food. So you need to continue doing what you're doing and make small changes. If you don't agree with that, then you're not going to reach people like us. You know what I mean? Now, Foodie Beauty. All right, on to you. I heard your message of you saying that, you know, you want to make small changes, and I totally agree with what you said. You know what I mean? I think that you have the right idea. I think that you probably did the same thing that I would have did. You have been there, done that. You know, you probably had hope that maybe this would be different. You went into the community and you realized it wasn't different than anything else. And, you know, you tried to be as gracious as you could and as nice as you could and say that it was a nice community, and I'm sure everybody was, but it wasn't for you. You know what I mean? It was for those people that probably needed to lose 10 pounds or wanted to get cut up and shit. You know what I mean? People that were already, I'd say at a decent fitness level. People like us, we need to start slow. You know what I mean? And I'm not even encouraging you to go back to eat fast food. You've made up your mind that you wanted to cut out the fast food, so stick to that shit. I get it. But learn. You said you love different foods. You like cooking. I think what would be great for your channel is to cook a lot of the foods that you used to enjoy, and make your own version of them, but make like a healthier version. That's something that I want to do on my channel eventually. I just don't have the recording studio or background or house for that yet. All right. But I think it'd be dope as fuck. You know what I mean? One of your Arby's sandwiches that you like, you know, find a higher grain, lower carb, higher protein bread, you know, find a meat, whatever. Just make that shit work. There's people out there that are going to want to see that. You'll still be able to eat some delicious foods, you know, but get those macronutrients in and focus on your calories. I recommend, there's a few people that you could watch, you know, just type in MyFitnessPal and calories or calories in, calories out, weight loss. You'll find it. I'm not going to even recommend anybody, but you could do this. There's Facebook has MyFitnessPal communities. You could follow them. They're definitely very fucking helpful. You know what I mean? So that's my two on these issues. You know what I mean? Swolenormous, he's a cool channel. You know what I mean? He seems like he wants to be helpful, but at the same time, he doesn't necessarily understand. He thinks that Foodie Beauty is just a, like, entitled, hard-headed, doesn't want to change type of person. And it's not that she doesn't want to change. It's that you're offering her shit that she knows she can't do because she's tried it before. You're asking her to be restrictive as fuck, and she's tried the restrictive as fuck shit before, and it didn't work. It ain't sustainable. There's scientific articles, and I don't want to be one of those ones to quote it and not cite my source. If I can find a source, I'll display it below. But there's scientific research that says the best diet that works for people is the one that's sustainable. So find what's gonna work for you. Don't find what works for Charles. Don't find what works for Chantel. Don't find even what works for me. Find what works for you. And you're not gonna know until you try them out. But at the end of the day, the most reasonable is to eat how you like to eat and just find a way, you know, to tweak it, to make it healthier for you, to make it less calorie dense for you. And do things that are easy to do, that just so happen to be activity. If you like riding bikes, if you like hiking, if you like walking, if you like having sex, have sex more. If you like walking your dog, if you like fighting, get into more fights, you know what I mean? Like, find something that works for you. That's all I'm saying. So I hope you guys appreciate the video. I have a collab coming up soon with the homie Mukbang. It should be out tomorrow. Hopefully, he said something like he has to work extra. He's hella mad and shit, thinking about doing some shit at his work. But anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. Appreciate it. Man, the soda's hella good.